Great. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Morel Vargas, and I am a program specialist in the CEO Sustainability Division, working on our county's climate action plan. And thank you all for joining us for our Sustainability Brown Bag series. So this is the seventh part of our 8-part series, and just want to say thank you all for attending. We want this series to introduce our county employees about the sustainability initiatives that we have here in our division, but also in other agencies across the county. And give you this short introduction of what those are and basically tell you how you can get involved in taking advantage of these programs. So I appreciate you all joining for us during your lunch period. We want to make sure that this series is something that's short and informative so that you can get the best out of it and still have time to enjoy the rest of your lunch. So just wanted to go over some housekeeping reminders. So the webinars will all be recorded. I'll be putting on the chat the SharePoint site where we have been posting all the previous webinars so that you can view them on your own time. This is meant to be something short. So if you have any questions throughout this conversation, feel free to put that into the chat and we'll have them answered during our Q&A section towards the end. So best to just put those in the chat because we won't know if there'll be enough time for a Q&A. We'll do our best to get to that. Okay, great. So for this session today, we'll be talking about energy conservation and some programs that you can take advantage of that. And today to talk about that is Heather Allen from our initiative of the Ventura County Regional Energy Alliance initiative. So yeah, before we start, Heather, can you give us a short introduction on what your role is and what you do?
Hi, everyone. So I work in sustainability alongside Morel, but I'm also staff for the Ventura County Regional Energy Alliance, or we like to say VCREA. So basically, the county sustainability division houses a regional joint powers authority, which is VCREA, and it's made up of representatives from all of our cities, the county, special districts, and school districts, and we all work together with our businesses, community-based organizations, and residents on anything related to energy, sustainability, climate change, mitigation, and adaptation. And when we say we work at the regional level, sometimes the region is just Ventura County. Sometimes we partner with Los Angeles County organizations. A lot of the times we're partnering with Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis Obispo County organizations. And then sometimes we even go all the way the entire Central Coast from Ventura to Santa Cruz. We'll work with our different cities, counties, organizations on larger regional initiatives, mostly affecting climate change adaptation and resiliency efforts. So VCREA, I'll let you know some of our current initiatives, and hopefully you've heard of some of these before, but we've been doing a lot of electric vehicle outreach. Hopefully you were able to attend our EV Ride and Drive event that was at the end of September. We had some EVs to test drive and some fun bikes and mopeds to drive around our county campus. We'll be doing more EV outreach in-person events starting again in April 2023 for Drive Electric Earth Day. We're also working on a climate resilient Ventura County campaign, which I'm going to talk about more in a little bit. We have green business certification program. And we also work with our local libraries on some energy efficiency, do-it-yourself DIY home improvement lending program, which I'll talk about soon too. So thanks.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Heather, for explaining to the audience what VCREA does. I couldn't have said it any better. And yeah, as the one who manages it for so many years. So yes, the last thing that you mentioned is something I want to go more in depth about our induction cooktop toolkits. So can you tell us what these induction cooktops are and why people should consider switching their natural gas stove over to induction?
Okay, so VCREA, in partnership with the Tri-County Regional Energy Network, 3C-REN, hopefully you've attended one of their past brown bag lunch sessions, but So VCRA partners with 3C Ren and our Ventura County Library System, and we launched an electric powered magnetic induction cooktop lending program in late July. And that kind of sounds scary. I'll show you some props in a minute, but basically local residents can now check out these induction cooktops at our Ventura County libraries. And it's kind of a test to check out this new technology. It's not an electric stove, it's not an electric stovetop or a natural gas stovetop. It uses magnetic, I'm not even going to explain all the crazy terminology, but it works with your metal pans on the induction cooktop and creates some process, and it heats your food. And so it's a lot safer and healthier. Basically, the benefits of induction cooktops is it's faster, it's more precise heating, it's easier to control the temperature. It eliminates a lot of air pollution from gas appliances. Like I cook all the time, and there's been a lot of reports about everything that's in your natural gas cooktops and how you need to, if you are cooking with natural gas, make sure that you have your what is the
Oh yes, the overhead.
overhead
For the air cycling.
turned on, or have windows open or something, because I love cooking natural gas, but there are a lot of bad stuff in it, and this is a healthier and safer solution to natural gas cooking. And so basically, again, it can be safer because it reduces all of those air pollution impacts in your household. The temperature of the surface does not get hot. So basically, again, it's that magnetic process. So it's hot when your pan is on the cooktop, but if you're just touching it with your hand, it's not hot like your electric or your natural gas cooktop would be. It's not going to burn you. And so it's a lot safer, for your little kids that are running around in case they touch your cooktop, they're not going to get burned. And what I like is they're a lot easier to clean than especially your natural gas stovetops. So.
Great, thanks. Yeah, those are some great benefits. And I was going to mention the same thing about the cleaning one. When I heard that it's easy to clean, that was like, oh, wow, that's going to save me time on Saturdays. That sounds good for me. And yeah, so you won't, same as you're mentioning, it's safer for kids. They won't have to go through that story of, oh, don't touch your hand on the stove, because that won't be a scenario anymore. Nothing will happen. So thank you for talking about the benefits of induction cooktops. I put there on the link in our chat to know more about the toolkits. People want to see exactly how it looks. I know Heather's actually going to show us for you all, and she has some of them to demo. So yeah. And that's kind of leads on to my next question. So for those who are unsure about switching over, and what we have the induction cooktop kits that I put that link of. So can you tell us more, Heather, about what the toolkits include and how you can rent them out?
Yes, so I brought some props. So here, hopefully you can see this, is the induction cooktop. You can
feel free to take off the Zoom web background if it makes it easier.
And then here's your pot, and then your induction cooktop kit will come with this induction cooktop. It'll come with a pot or a pan that you can try out, and a magnet, so you can make sure that your pot has a magnetic base, because it needs that to sit on top of the cooktop for the cooking process to happen. Also included in your induction cooktop, it comes in a nice canvas bag, so you can easily carry everything in and out of the county libraries. It comes with this instruction sheet. One side is in English, the other side, is in Spanish. And so basically residents can check out these cooktops at home for 3 weeks for any of our Ventura County libraries. I think there's 10 of them that these cooktops are at. So you just have to have a library card or account. And, it's really easy to set one of those up. You can take home this whole kit for 3 weeks, test out all your different recipes, figure out which pans you have, work with the induction cooktop. Again, that magnet is very helpful. Do not cook with the magnet on the bottom of your pan though, just. And then we also, again, starting in 2023, one of our energy coaches, Javier Cecido, will be doing in-person outreach events where he goes to the library and gives like a little demonstration and talks about the induction cooktops. So like I said, you can check these out at any of our county libraries. To find out more information, I believe Morel put 3C Ren's website in the chat box. And then we also hope to expand the induction cooktop program to City of Thousand Oaks, Moorpark, Oxnard, and Santa Paula libraries in the next coming months.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Heather. Just goes to show, just libraries, they really have everything. They have so many resources for you there, and I'm happy to see that there's additional one there for how you can make your house more sustainable and make it be one step closer to be all electric. And so thank you, Heather, for going over the toolkit and all that. Yeah, so I wanted to switch over topics on the Bright Action platform. And I know there's a different name, so actually correct me on that, since it's been something that's changed over time. So I'm just going to hand it off to you to explain what you had previously mentioned in your introduction, and how this relates to just energy use reduction.
Okay, cool. I'm going to show a little demonstration of our new platform that we're launching again in November and December, but this is a little sneak peek. It's still under development. So if you do click on the link, just know that there's some updates that are still being made to the website, and it'll go, we'll have the soft launch in November, and then start putting out a press release and really marketing this campaign over the winter and in time for Earth Day. So what is this campaign I'm talking about? It's called the Resilient Central Coast Campaign. And the Resilient Central Coast logo is everyday opportunities for local climate action. It has a goal to achieve measurable progress towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions from making just simple individual choices at home. We all have 5 basic household activities that we do every day. We use electricity, we heat our homes, how we get around, transportation, what we eat, and what we throw away, so our waste. So making small choices around these 5 basic activities, they can have immediate and significant emission reductions. They can help you save money, improve your home's air quality and health, like I mentioned with the induction cooktops. Using the induction cooktops will significantly improve the air quality of your household. And then this campaign can even create local jobs through individuals making energy efficiency improvements to their households. So the campaign utilizes an online organizing platform called Bright Action. And this campaign platform hopefully is meant to engage our micro community leaders. So what are micro community leaders? They're people out with neighborhood groups, church groups, Girl Scouts, civic clubs, university groups. Your work can have its own team. Any people that are just out in the community. It can be as small as just a couple of people, or it can be a large community organization. So we want to engage those micro community leaders. So they're out, talking to their neighbors or coworkers, and we want them to get other people to use this platform to learn how to make these small actions and give them resources and even rebate and incentive information to hopefully save them money, to hopefully just become more energy efficient and reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. So this platform, it's bilingual. We're going to have a ton of marketing materials that we can hand out to everyone. There's online videos that show you how to utilize the platform. And if you want to become this micro community leader, we have resources to help you. And so basically, we just want to encourage micro community leaders to engage their social networks to help achieve this community building, greenhouse gas emission reductions, and increase our climate resiliency. So like I said, we're going to be launching in November and December, along with 12 other Central Coast cities and counties. So this is a campaign that's not just focused on Ventura, it's from Ventura all the way up to Monterey, Santa Cruz area. And every single county has their own campaign landing page. And then some of the cities have their own landing page. So for example, I live in the county of Santa Barbara. But I also live within the city of Carpinteria, and Carpinteria has their own landing page. So I would not join the county of Santa Barbara's campaign. I'm going to join the Carpinteria campaign. And I believe in Ventura, we have our Ventura County campaign. And currently Thousand Oaks is going to have a campaign landing page. And we're hoping to expand it to other cities like Oxnard and Ventura and all the rest of our cities. Hopefully one day we'll have their own campaign landing page. But again, we're just starting out. So we're trying to build our engagement with all of our cities and community members.
Awesome. That sounds like it's a really great start of what you all are doing, already having County of Ventura added into this platform. So thank you. I know it's very important individual actions, and oftentimes we get the question of, what can I do? This really helps answer that question. What can people do? And taking from either simple actions or maybe want to do some home upgrades, all of that information is in there. So excited to see this exclusive demo of the platform.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So basically this platform, this is a Resilient Central Coast platform. So it's the main landing page for all 6 counties. If you scroll down, there's some just general information, and you can see all the different campaign pages that are kind of live right now. But like I said, this is just a soft launch. If you click on the Ventura landing page, it takes you here. There's a welcome letter that says why join the campaign. When you click on join the campaign, it takes you to an account page to set up your account. And then I'll show you how to do that in just a minute, but it has over 100 of these actions that are, energy smart actions, transportation actions, big actions to take, water actions that renters can take, easy low-hanging fruit actions. And if you click on these, sorry, my computer's thinking for a minute. There's over 100 of these actions that will help you reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And there's about 24 resiliency actions you can take too. So if you want to take a simple action, just like adjusting your thermostat down a couple of degrees, you can click and it tells you some information about what it means to turn down your thermostat, why you should do this. It helps you figure out the best settings for you, tips to stay in a comfortable home, how to adjust your thermostat while you're sleeping. So it gives you information and tips and just help. And then there's a whole resources page that'll give you even more information, but you can't get to the resources page until you log in. So let's go back. And so you would go join the campaign. It takes you to this login page where you enter your email, password, you enter some household information. you can enter as much information as you want, like how many people in your household, what type of appliances you have. You can get super detailed by entering your monthly electric and gas bills, your water bills, how much you drive every week, if you carpool, you can add as much or as little information as you want. Just the more information, the more resources and tips that they can help you with to, again, reduce your GHG emissions. So I've already logged in, so I'm going to just show you some more what it looks like once you've created an account. So you, after you set up your profile, you have your own homepage where it tells you how many points you've accumulated, what actions that you're trying to take, how much money you're saving each year. It tells you your greenhouse gas emission reductions, and you get little awards for taking on more and more actions. So I'm going to now show you the main important part of this platform, and that's the actions page. I gave you a simple preview already, but so say I'm looking to buy or lease an electric vehicle. So I could choose that. And I'm not going to buy a new EV this year, but maybe in 2023, I want to do it in August. So I can set up a goal, and you can provide as much information as you want, save it. And then click on the action, again, to find out more information. I showed you some of this earlier about the introductions, learn about charging. Oops.
Oh, that's so useful.
Yes, so it gives you like an easy 101 about all of these actions you can take, and then how to choose an, sorry, my computer keeps jumping, how to choose an EV. And then it gives you resources. So all of these local programs, some of them are statewide, regional, and local programs we've inserted that you can click, okay, how do I get purchase guidance to choose an EV? And it takes you to this site that gives you information on rebates and incentives, the types of cars that are available. The site is in English and Spanish, ways to find an EV, how to get local mechanics, local EV events that are coming up, like our Ride and Drive event that we just had would have been on this website. So I'm going to close out of this, go back. So basically, like I said, there's 100 of these actions that'll tell you all kinds of information, EV or easy 101 intros, like if you want to install a solar water heater system, and then it helps you find contractors, know what to look for, what questions to ask, and then it gives you resources that are local to your area, hopefully with like rebates and incentives, etc. So there's 100 of these actions, and then there's about 24 resiliency actions that you can also take. So not sure how much time we have left, but I just wanted to also point out that this campaign, sorry, let me go. This campaign is mobile. It's available in English and Spanish. The Spanish version, you just toggle over here. I don't speak Spanish, so I haven't actually checked out the Spanish page. We'll have Morel give a 101 on that later in the year after we launch. The platform, basically, like I said, it just tracks participation, action, GHG, reduction outcomes, and all of the data and calculations are all approved by UC Berkeley. And we're just trying to localize energy data too. We've put in everything from SoCalGas and Clean Power Alliance, if you're in a city that participates with Clean Power Alliance, and Southern California Edison information is in here to help with those calculations and GHG emission reductions. And so after we launch, the climate resiliency campaign, education, and outreach is next. So we'll be, stay tuned for more information starting in December, but really in January. The Sustainability Division will post a link to this on our Sustainability Division website. It'll be in our January newsletter. And we really are hoping to have a couple hundred households sign up in time for Earth Day 2023, because that's going to be a big marketing campaign centered around Earth Day. And to help with those local community leaders that I mentioned earlier, we're going to have resources, including community leader host kits, videos that explain how to become a community leader, and then additional education, curriculum, and information those community leaders can hand out to their friends and neighbors and coworkers. So, okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now.
Well, thank you so much, Heather, for going over that sneak peek preview of this platform that I think is just going to very much help people make this less intimidating on how you want to, live more of a sustainable lifestyle. That could be from EVs, which I know can sometimes be a lot of questions that people have, to maybe more simple actions, and just it's a matter of exactly like, how do I do this logistically? So, but yes, I put the website of our sustainability division. Everything that we talk about here, you can find on that website, and you can check on it frequently and see what updates there are. As Heather mentioned, this will be happening towards Earth Day, so be on the lookout for that in April. Yeah, so now I'll be handing it on to the Q&A section. So if any of you have questions, both on our induction cooktops or the platform that was just shown, this is the good opportunity to do that. So you can use the raise hand feature and I'll promote you to speak, or you could use the chat in here. That's, you can click on the more button and that will pop up, or the Q&A, either way. Yeah, I also wanted to add that as you were talking about the induction cooktops, it really, for me, last week when we had the Board of Supervisor meeting and it had to do with the REACH codes, I found it very powerful to hear from public comment of someone talk about how her daughter got asthma, and it actually turned out to be because of just natural gas, the pollutant from that, and which I found, which is crazy because I know, I mean, I sometimes smell that when I turn on my stove, but to actually see how that has affected a family is crazy to think about. So just something to keep in mind in terms of what's in your household.
Yeah, okay. And I was just going to add, about 2 or 3 years ago, I had first learned about induction cooktops, and at that time we had to replace our stove in our house, but I wasn't sure because I have like pots and pans, and I didn't know anyone that had an induction cooktop. I didn't know if my pots and pans that are expensive would work on it. And so there was no place for me to go to check out a cooktop. And so it's super great that the library has this lending program. It's really easy. Like I said, you just have to have a library account, and you can go and check it out for 3 weeks to see, hey, do I like induction cooktops? Is it for me? Does my do my pans work? Can I cook all the recipes that I like on it? And just try it out. So it's great. And then it looks like Jamie had a question. The portal it'll definitely be open by January. I believe we have everyone's email address that has participated in this Lunch and Learn. So when our website, it's almost available, or it's almost ready for public release. We just have to make some more changes. It'll take about 2 weeks. So I'm hoping maybe we can send it out to all the people that participated in this Lunch and Learn, and so they can kind of check it out and provide feedback. And then we'll slowly be, conducting our education and outreach campaign, and it'll be more robust in January, but we're hoping to start a little bit in November and December, and then hit the ground running in January for beginning of the year to have households signed up in time for Earth Day.
Great. Awesome. And yes, that will definitely be sent out to all of you who have registered for these brown bags. So you'll be the first ones to know. And thank you for giving that timeline again, January, so that we have those pledges and people signed up for Earth Day. Awesome. Well, I see that there's no other questions here. So thank you, Heather, for joining us today and for those interesting topics about the induction cooktops and about the platform that will be happening soon enough in January for the public. I just wanted to quickly mention of our next brown bag that we have. So this is going to be our final brown bag, and it's going to be on learning how to reduce your water consumption. So we'll be having Lynn Rodriguez, who has been in the water space for many years and is an expert on this topic. So she can definitely give you insights on, now that we've been in a drought, what is it that we can do, especially since we've been getting those restrictions from our cities, our county on water usage. So and join us on that day, November 17th, same time, 12:15. And if you can't make it, there's always that SharePoint site that will have all the recordings. With that, if you have any questions that come up, feel free to always email me and I can send it over to whoever's best to answer that. And besides that, thank you.
It looks like real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to. Della Rosales asked about the 5 basics again, and they are basically the energy we use, heating our homes, the food we eat, waste, and transportation. You know, vehicle miles traveled, where we drive, if we use the bus, if we carpool, biking, there's all those types of resources. If you want an e-bike, there'll be information on the resources section and actions you can take at improving those 5 different areas. And so the platform is meant to just be simple things people can change easily in their everyday life. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you.